Hi there, welcome to the candid match reaction from Everton as they defeat Manchester United. Of course, that banner is wrong, and in fact, Everton did win 1-0. This is the correct banner. Everton finally edge a little bit closer to much needed points in the Premier League. Well, they did secure all 3 points today against Manchester United. Forgive me for being overly excited with this. It's what can we say from the first whistle? Everton were committed to this match, and we're going to be joined by the rest of the Follow Everton team, who are pouring out Goodison Park right now with a gleaming smile on our face. Let's not get carried away with ourselves. There's still a lot of work to do. There's tough fixtures to come, but we cannot help but celebrate this big win today at Goodison Park. Everton playing against Manchester United, a side littered completely with star players, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, but players like Jordan Pickford, Fabian Delph, particularly standing out, Ben Godfrey, in one of probably the classic Everton performances that we've seen over the years, many of which being against Manchester United. Of course, there is those throwbacks to the 1-0 win in 1993-94, the Duncan Ferguson goal from the corner. We've got the Arteta swinging cross from Manchester, Ferguson scoring a goal. We've got the 4-0 win in April. All of these things, this has to be there or thereabouts. Forget the fact that it was a 1-0 victory. This was the performance of the season. Yes, you heard it first on Follow Everton. This was the performance that we've been expecting and not having for more than 6 months now. I think since we've run the channel, we've not had a performance to get on the back of like this. It's been pretty much doom and gloom. So we want to hear your comments. Why was it that it all came together today? What did you think of Frank's selection? Was it a question of Manchester United being poor, or do you think the home crowd advantage made a big difference today? I'm practically in tears here as Everton have defeated Manchester United by 1-0. So I'm sure that there are other emotional fans who are coming out of the ground. And if you have just joined us, please, we really want you. We've passed 1,000 subscribers here on Follow Everton. And we really, really want you to get involved. I'm not the only one that's got a tear in my eye. Chris Peacock has also. And I will have to share, I'll have to omit some of these comments because essentially there are a lot of swear words amongst the comments right now. But yeah, keep the comments coming in. We will be showing them. We're going to be talking. We're going to be debriefing on this match. We'll look at player by player, but at the moment it's all raw. Everton beating Man United. They got through all of the furlongs today. Everton on Grand National Day were effectively well prepared for the whole course. But once it got to that final furlong at 80 minutes, Everton really had to hold in there. You could see at the end the ball's going into the box. But the commitment is like nothing we've seen before. Why have we not been committed like this in past games? Why have we had to come on the channel and been so angry about everything? Frank Lampard proving himself really well today. He made a brave decision. He made 4 changes, bringing in Fabian Delph and also bringing back Allen, who, as we know, was suspended. His shape, I thought, was really, really good. It's credit to Frank for setting them up, but the players had to do it today. And I think whatever was said before the game, it was almost like, I don't know, the pressure was off. The way that they started this game was almost like they'd forgotten all about Burnley. They were confident, they were going after the ball. But this is the Everton performance we wanted. I wonder if Duncan Ferguson has been involved. And it's almost like one of his performances where he got the team sort of committed to the point where if one person wasn't going to get the tackle, the second person was going to get it. And you just knew we were going to win. Even though, heart on my heart, I thought, you know what, we're going to have to start trying to play for time a little bit. You just had this sense that this was our day today. Everton beating Man United 1-0 after so many miserable performances against poor sides. They've come against Man United, who are still pushing for the top 4. They're littered with stars. They do score a lot of goals away from home. But today, how can you fault it? How can you rate any of these players less than 8 or 9 out of 10? I mean, the performance as a team was really like nothing else. Hundreds of comments coming through. We are going to have a really great session today. So stay tuned for this. If you're obviously struggling with signal, if you just come out the ground, don't worry. We're going to be on for the next 40 minutes or so. We're going to bringing in our team who are at the ground, and they're coming out of Goodison Park. We've got Ryan, we've got David, we've got Andy Mabs, we've got other members of our team, and effectively, what I want to do is I want to know what you thought of the match, and what your comments are. What was it you thought that made us win today? Why was it? Was it the home factor? Was it a little bit of Man United being lackluster going forward? Because let's face it, as good as Everton were, Manchester United were quite poor by their standards. They had a couple of shots here and there, but they didn't create. Was that Everton's doing? Was it Delph and Allen that sat in front of the back four that made the difference? So, yeah, we will be bringing in our team, and we want to hear from you. So if you've just joined us, literally the final whistle only went a few minutes ago, with Everton finally getting that much needed win. What does the result mean? It means we have pushed 4 points ahead of the relegation zone. And I'm now going to be bringing in Dan. Dan, I was hoping to wipe a smile off your face. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bud. I've not got my
a
speaker.
Smile
can
we
you
were
hear
looking
me?
for. Absolutely loud and clear.
Yes,
How
mate.
are you doing, Dan? How are you feeling?
Do you know what? I've just tried to log into this and my hands are shaking. That was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we can get quite as carried away as Hugh is here. We're staying up. There's a lot of hard games to go. But today, from the first whistle, don't you want to be one of those classic Goodison days against Man United?
The thing is, though, you say don't get carried away, but we didn't think that we was going to win that, and we've won that. I put on Twitter before this game, I said, we probably need 9 points to stay up. And if we win this, we only need to win 2 more games. So we probably need to win 2 more games now. So that's massive. That's like a third of the way.
We seem to we seem to have lost. It is a live raw stream, of course.
Yes.
So internet connections and the like. So Dan, yeah, from the first whistle today, it was Everton's game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm so proud of the players today for the first time probably all season. And I'll just go through a few things that made me so buzzing. I'll start with Mikalenko. Oh my days, what an amazing game he had. Up and down, all game. Got the tackles in, stop crosses coming in. He was absolutely incredible, Mikalenko was. And same with Delph. Delph, they said man of the match. Delph was the head wanty. We've needed someone like that for ages. And he had the do you know what?
For me, he just edged Pickford for man of the match, Dan.
Everyone. Do you know what? I don't think there was a play that I can't get. There was a moment that I can't get my thoughts out because I'm that excited, mate. Honestly, I'm buzzing. But
yeah,
there was a moment where Iwobi
I know I've got to wipe a tear out of my eye here.
One side all the way to the other side.
I've gone through a whole box of Kleenex.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Honestly, I've butterflies and everything from that. That's all we've wanted. Yeah. That's all we've wanted. And do you know what? We could be talking now and we could be buzzing and we don't stay up. But you still got to appreciate that performance because that was incredible. And I honestly think now we've got Delph back. If we can keep him fit and we've got Mina coming back, we can stay up. I don't think it's in the bag. We still need to earn it. But if we could do that again against the Man United that wanted to finish top 4, that was incredible. That was.
Yeah.
Can't stop shaking, mate. I can't stop shaking.
You're shaking.
Honestly.
You're shaking. I'm keeping this.
Honestly,
branded business.
Oh my days!
We will be bringing in Andy Mabs, who has literally just come out of the game, but But Dan, I mean, you've hit the nail on the head. The players have done us so proud today, and whatever happens, you can't fault what happened today. But I think this could really make the difference. I think it's swung now. I think before this game, it was very 60-40 against us staying up. You know, you're looking at these very difficult games, but we've got another home game and 11 days to prepare for that. If they get points at Leicester, then the derby doesn't take on quite as much significance in a sense that, you know, we'll probably have a chance to get other points at home. I think today was huge. I mean, we should have got points at in the week, and the life of being an Evertonian, it's just so stressful.
Do you know what though? I said that to someone, we've got a chance of winning this game, and I said if we get Mina back and we get Delph back, and a lot of people laughed at me. I honestly think we'll be good in the derby. I don't know what's going to happen to it, but if you put that performance in the derby,
I remember the showdown.
That'll be a good game as well.
Hello.
I am Absy.
Fucking yes.
Get in there.
What a fucking win.
A certain person got their much needed. Sorry, I'm literally crying here. A certain person got their much needed birthday present today. With a 1-0 victory at home. What was it like when Anthony Gordon latched onto the ball from a flick from Iwobi and sent the keeper the wrong way with a deflection? What was it like? Describe the scenes in the park end.
It was just immense. The whole stadium just a run. He's not the best player in the world. I'm not going to fucking beat around the bush. But we had him, the full team of Gordons. We would not be in position. He plays 110% all the time. Oh, Anthony Gordon. Oh, Anthony Gordon.
The emotion is pouring out of me now that you guys have come on. So
even Pickford as well. Pickford was amazing today.
Pickford was immense today. Absolutely immense. Everything he got. Didn't make one mistake, honestly.
So if this is what the players are I know we're going to take a while to unravel all of this, but because it's still very raw. But if this is what the players are capable of doing, then the question for me is why have we had to wait to the point of literally no return
mate,
to get to this point?
We're Everton. I'm going to sound big-headed there. I don't give a fuck. Right, we shouldn't be singing we're staying up. Right. We should not be in a position that we're in, right? Honestly, but we are, and you know what? The crowd, the supporters will get this team through the fucking line. Honestly, if we're staying up, that'll be on the supporters, not on the fucking team anymore. Not asked.
But before today, we were looking at the fixture list, probably wrongly, because every game should be taken in turn, shouldn't it? But you're looking at the fixture list, thinking where are we going to get the points from? And the points today are invaluable. Because you still look at the fixture list and it's hard. But if they can do that at home to Man United, you would think that they can get points against Leicester.
Yeah, but you know what, though? The frustrating thing is, Stevie, they only get up for the big games, and that's really fucks me off. At the end of the day, we should be getting up for every fucking game, regardless who we're playing. And this is our problem.
Parkend, I think a massive thing today, though, and I've been his biggest critic, but I think Fabian Delph today playing with Alan.
Oh, no, Delph got a standing ovation. Honestly, it was brilliant. But, you know, that's what happens to players when they come down the contract, they realise you've got to find a new club.
Yeah, but I think we've needed him, though, Parkend. I think if we would have signed a defensive centre midfielder, I don't think we would be in this situation. We've needed a player to play with Alan that helps him out.
Yeah, maybe you're right, Dan. And at the end of the day, it's just good to get the fucking win for a change. Absolutely amazing. It feels amazing.
Godfrey was really good as well. The tackles Godfrey was getting in, and he was heading the ball and everything.
Yeah.
That must have. I didn't go to the game. But that must have felt amazing.
I'm not coming on the stream, but the Pickford talk about the chance at the very, very end, the Ronaldo one, where Pickford.
Obviously, we've got.
Yeah, there was I want to mention about the Ronaldo, like Ronaldo chance at the end, and
Ronaldo's chance. In case you didn't catch it, I mean, he basically hit the defender. There was no chance he could have got out of the way. I don't know who it was. It might have been Godfrey, but it was a chance at the end. And I suppose if the luck isn't against you, then that goes in the back of the net. I mean, I was sitting there on 80 minutes thinking, I know how this script goes. This script goes Everton 1, Man United 2. And we leave
And
the
then
ground
5 minutes
thinking,
at the
how
end,
the hell,
fucking 5 minutes
how the hell do we
extra
have
time, joke.
one of the best performances in the last 10 years? Because it probably is. How the hell do we lose? But anyway, we played so well throughout the game. You just knew it was our day. This is one of those games you just knew. United, they probably had no answer to the way Everton played because they surely wouldn't have expected us to play that well throughout the game. Like,
No.
the commitment was there, but there was aspects of quality as well.
Steve, Ryan had the lucky scarf apparently, so.
Well, I was sat there with JJ watching the first half, and we brought down Lucky Bear, and pretty much
Lucky
the goal
Bear.
went straight in. So Lucky Bear was watching for the first time. JJ is a little 2-year-old. He's watching the game, Everton, and all that. We basically went mad. But the emotion came out really 5 minutes after the game. That's when I needed to start ordering more Kleenex because I think today the measure of the victory it puts Everton 4 points ahead of the relegation zone. But it could be a turning point in this final battle. They need to look at this as an anchor point as far as these next games go. If we can play like that, Frank should be pointing to that and say, that's what I want. Because if we play like that for the last 8 games, there's no way we're going down.
It's one game at a time, isn't it? One game at a time.
No, yeah, but the problem is, this is... Yeah.
Mabsy makes a great comment. Why does Everton
eventually.
only get up for the big game? So we want to hear your comments. What do you think of that? Why is it that we can't go to Burnley? Or do you think it's just the fact that, Everton were 2-1 up against Burnley. The game management was poor. Whereas today, the game management, you could see Delph doing this as he came off. People look so focused.
Yeah, do you want to do...
There was some...
I do think
I want to go to the comments, Steve.
Yeah. We'll go to the comments. So obviously we haven't managed to get Frank Lampard's interview because we come straight on this. Amanda Stevens says, shocked but so happy, points that are well needed. Absolutely true.
Yeah,
Amanda,
totally
absolutely true. We are all so over the moon. The emotion is going to take it's going to take time. I was thinking, what do I do after the whistle besides this? Do I go for a distance run? How do I get the adrenaline out of the system? I think adrenaline is going to be there for a long time. Barry says, absolutely brilliant performance. Defense looks solid with Delph in front of them. I agree, Barry. Yeah, we're all thinking that Delph might get a run in the side, but it looks like he might get an injury. He might have had an injury towards the end.
No, I think it's like just tired. I think it was just obviously, not played for 90 minutes. I think he was just tired.
Lots of comments regarding Delph, Mabsy. No one saw that pick coming, but maybe Frank thought, well, we need more than just Alan in front of the back four. The protection the defence got today, you felt that everyone had at least one player who was going to get in the way, even if they didn't. But the commitment all around, surely he's got to keep the same team now as close as possible for the next match. We don't want to get too far ahead of us.
You've even got Mina coming in the next game as well, so it gets stronger as well. So it's even better.
And Van der Beek.
Yeah.
And Van der Beek.
Yeah. We have lots of general comments like the one from Matthew. Well played. What a good 3 points today.
Woo!
3 points. Probably one of the biggest 3 points.
Fucking in.
Fucking get in there, Everton. Come on, you Blues. I knew we'd win. I knew we'd win. I put it on my Twitter.
Yeah,
I knew we'd win.
Dan, I didn't. Honestly.
Dan,
I knew we'd win.
Dan, I thought before the game, if we could get a 1-1 draw, if we could get a point. You look at the team, they've got Ronaldo up front, Bruno Mars, they've got Bruno Fernandes, they've got, Rashford. This is a team of decent, very good team. They bring on Pogba. But we've seen this before at Man United not being able to gel it. So it's not just us that have players that don't gel always on the big stage. I'm going to really see whether we can get some Man United perspective at some point as well. We've got a lot of Man United fans within our family. But at the moment, they've gone deadly silent, and rightly so, because Everton have really taken the stuffing out of their run for the top four with a win today. It was a really, really big game for Everton, but United also needed to win. Controversial comments coming in. Everton Mills says sell Dominic
Yeah,
Calvert-Lewin.
I was the controversial Steve. That's a fucking given these days. He needs to go. Honestly, right? I don't give a fuck about what he wears. I don't care what he, if there's these photoshops. Not asked, right? He's not giving it on a pitch. He needs to go. There's no commitment, nothing there from him. Honestly,
I don't think he was that bad today. I thought he put more of a shift in today.
Dan, he was
how
awful,
can you go,
mate.
Dan? How can you go from a player that's so, just scoring goal after goal to somebody that looks like a stick man up front? Is it the service? Is it the fact he's in Gentleman's Quarterly? Is it the pressure that he's got at the moment?
I don't think it's really weird, but I still don't think his fitness is right because he wants to make the runs, but he's not as fast as he was.
He can't be arsed,
since he's had that injury.
It's half-arsed all the time from him. Honestly,
I think he wanted to. I was watching him and he looked like he wanted to, and he was running, but it's just not. He doesn't look as fast as what he was.
He's sluggish, isn't he? He didn't look sharp.
Yeah, he's just not as fast as he was, but he did want to. He was flicking it about and he was making the runs. He was making all the movements.
Oh, I just didn't think there was no effort from him at all.
I think today was about the team, wasn't it?
Yeah, all 11. I'm not going to slate anyone because all 11 there, as a team, we played well. I said before the game, it needs to be a team performance, hunting packs. And Gordon was a perfect example. And Richarlison, the amount of times they got back and defended and attacked as well. It was a team performance, all 11. I can't slate anyone, really.
Yeah, and GDI echoes that point. And also referencing the home crowd, he says the home crowd, or she says, the home crowd always give the team a boost. Absolutely amazing. Frank's team was as good as it could have been. Delph a huge boost, as we've said, in that midfield. The crowd, Andy, you were there. What was the atmosphere like?
Absolutely buzzing from start to finish. I tell you what, that goal went in there. You didn't even know United fans were even there. They were that quiet afterwards. Honestly, for the whole rest of the game. First 10 minutes of the second half, they were shouting again, but we quieted them down, and that was it. And that was key. You know what? Everton got behind the team like they always do. This isn't down to the supporters ever. It's never down to the supporters. It's down to the players. End of the day, they're not asked anymore.
Obviously, when it was about the 60th minute, it seemed that it said in the commentary the fans went a bit quiet because they looked nervous.
Hello?
And I actually thought for the first time the players handled the pressure well. I actually thought after 60th minute, all the fans went quiet and the pressure was on the players, and the players, they just did what they had to do. They just put their heads down and did what they had to do and knuckled down and did the jobs. I thought the players for once handled the pressure well.
Yeah. Now that the game has sort of, that we've settled down a little bit and with the raw candid stuff, let's just backtrack and just review what happened in the game. Obviously, we know the Grand National's coming on, so everyone's going to be getting ready for that. But Everton set themselves up for all the furlongs today, but they got out the blocks really quickly, and Pickford showed the confidence that maybe gave the back four and other players a lot of inspiration. He looked like he was a goalkeeper that was not going to concede today. So I think the players would have subconsciously picked up on that. But if we just review what happened early on, Everton sat in their stall out, and the first 5 minutes, Dan, Everton looked quite sharp, didn't they?
Do you know the big difference? We had character on the pitch today. Delph is an experienced player, and he's the sort of person that will guide players and tell them what to do. I've seen him do it before the game when he was coming out, talking to Iwobi, saying to Iwobi, keep talking to me. This is what you want to do, make this movement. And I thought that was massive that Delph does that. And Alan was the same. Alan's a leader. He's got character. So we had Coleman as well. He come back. He's got character as well. So I felt like we had characters on the pitch. So I think that was a big difference. Absolutely.
And but it went right through the whole team, didn't it?
Yeah.
Today? It wasn't just
all 11.
Exactly. And we had to dig deep for this today. It wasn't a walk in the park. Everton only having 32% of the overall possession in this match. Man United with a huge 68%. I think you don't realise that when you're watching the game, and you see the commitment there. But we didn't control the ball. 7 shots, 12 for them. We had 3 on target. They had 4. 5 corners to their 7. But discipline was key. Everton only having 4 fouls in the game. There were a few bookings, but it was vital that we didn't get another red, because that's been really one of our wrongdoings, along with individual mistakes.
Where's your picture gone? Your picture's gone, bud.
Sorry.
There you
I'm
are.
just checking the stats, and I don't think you can do the two things
All right,
at the
sorry.
same
I
time.
thought you'd gone. You didn't know.
No, that's fine. I'm still here. You know, I've never sweated so much in my whole life.
I still can't believe it. I'm still gobsmacked. Honestly, like, that's massive. That is. Do you know what though? I'm gutted that Alan got that red card, because if Alan played our last game, I don't think we would have lost against Burnley. I really don't. We needed that sort of experience, and if I think Lampard's learning a lot.
There needed to be some game management, didn't they?
I think Lampard missed the trick not bringing Delph on in that Burnley game at 2-1 up, because he might have calmed things down. But he's learning.
This channel's very own John Ronskin said DCL contributed nothing. Well, I think that's something we've echoed. Although, you know, he's got to hold the line, and by occupying defenders at some point, you know, we don't know what effect that has an impact. But certainly individually, he didn't, you know, have any shots, and you know, it's very hard to pick up any positives from his performance. We just have to give him more games, but he's gone 10 games now without scoring. Iwobi's solid game, you can't argue with that. Defensively, you know, they all put a shift in. Richarlison, I wasn't at the game. I live down south, and I couldn't make the game, but Richarlison, I watched it on BT Sport, and they singled out Richarlison not just for his offensive play, but for his defensive play. Played really well. But I think everyone did that, didn't they, Dan?
Jonathan's just put Pickford saved us with some saves. What about where he come out and punched the ball off I think it was a player's head, and it literally, if he didn't get to it first, the player would have scored with a header, and it was a cracking punch, and a couple of punches at the end to relieve us and take the pressure off us at the end. And he could come out and make a mistake. There was a lot of pressure, and he had character to do that, because a lot are scared when Pickford comes out, but he trusted himself and backed himself to come out and get the ball, and he got the ball.
I'm pleased to welcome in Basil,
in that car.
my younger brother Basil, who's there with
Basil!
That can't be wiped from his house. I'm glad to see that you're following the main highway code and wearing a nice seatbelt there. What do you think? I mean, just tell me overall about what you think about Everton's performance.
I thought we were good today. We fought for it. We deserved the win.
I actually feel more stressed now through winning than losing.
Yeah,
I can't control the high.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is, Dan?
It's because do you know what? I was that scared watching the game, and it's put me on that much of a high. You don't know how to take it in there. You're buzzing, but you don't know how to feel. It's like it's created that much emotion.
Stay on it.
You're buzzing.
Yeah. No, Dan, I can't disagree with you now. I feel like I could do 100 push-ups. Probably go for a run round the park, and I'll still have too much adrenaline inside me. We've got Ryan there with his pink hat. How you doing, Ryan? How you doing, Ryan?
Oh my God! You know what? I knew quite early on we'd win that game, because you could sense an Everton sort of feeling. There's two sorts of Everton feeling. There's we're going to concede a set piece, we're going to make an error, we're going to do class it, we'll give you the ball back. But I had the positive Everton feeling today, which was that we used our heads. We read the game, we read the situations, we played the percentages when we needed to do that, and certainly the last 10 minutes, I was also very impressed with how we saw the game out, getting it in the corner, getting throw-in, taking a long time over it, just being a shit house, but a good shit house.
That was Richarlison.
Can you hear me?
Class, wasn't he? What did you think of Richarlison? Because he was time wasting really good. Did you see where Richarlison?
It's the basics. Every team that comes to Goodison does it to us, and it's about time we started to utilize those kind of shithousery tactics to grind out results and to get the win. You know, I'm absolutely made up now for the next I'd say 12 to 24 hours, I'll be in a good mood. And there's nothing really that can bother me. But after the Man City Liverpool game, ask me again.
Yeah,
if they win tomorrow, Man City, I will feel great for about a week.
It will be one of the best weekends. But that pink hat, was that something that you pre-agreed with Jasmine, that if Everton were to get all 3 points today, you'd wear a pink hat for the rest of the week?
No, we wanted to win it.
No, it's just to try and go viral for the wrong reasons. No,
yeah,
that's quite a good.
Well,
But I'm more than happy to wear it. Look, got my scarf. You know, today I really didn't want to go to match, to be honest with you.
So if Everton survive, we'll all wear pink hats for the first broadcast of the new season.
That hat looks good, to be fair.
It's not. I didn't buy it. I didn't want to go to the game. I'm not going to lie. I woke up this morning. I had a very, very late night. I was at a wedding till 2 last night. I didn't want to go. I couldn't motivate myself to get up to go. But I just said, I'm going to go. I'm going to do it properly. So I've got an Everton scarf. I've got it's yours, Stephen, because it's got the old badge on. You left it in my house. I've got the official merchandise. And then we go one further and we have the Lampard.
That's very nice, Ryan. I'm glad. It's good to know that somebody is propping up the club financially with the club shop purchases. But
I was thinking this morning, Jasmine said something like, what was it, to buy a player? She said to me,
I bought an away shirt so I can buy a shit player.
She said she bought the away shirt for 15 quid so that we could buy a player. And I thought, if every Evertonian on the planet, and let's say there's 500,000, for argument's sake, worldwide fans, if we all spent 10 quid, we still would only have, 50 million to buy one player. We wouldn't be able to get a team.
I think the thing is, Ryan, that money doesn't buy you success. We spent an absolute fortune. You're probably quoting the amount we spent on players rather than the number of fans. And the players haven't gelled. But today, Everton got up for that big game against Man United at home. And once Gordon's goal went in, did you think Everton would see this out 1-0? I mean, the pundits, Rio Ferdinand certainly thought on BT Sport that Everton would need a second goal to see this one out.
Yeah.
I felt the same. I felt like we needed to get a second goal, but I wasn't hopeful that we were going to score 2 and not let in any.
To keep a clean sheet at home, under the pressure, and to score, and in fairness, we were by far the better team, and we had chance after chance. There was Keane header, Godfrey header. There was a couple of chances for Richarlison, Gordon. We were well worth a 1-0. Obviously the disappointment slightly that we did give them opportunities at the end, but for them to come to Goodison today when the fans are lethargic, feeling very down, and actually go and get a result, it's brilliant. And I'm pleased for Dan because it was super enthusiastic and positive on even the worst fucking results. And he's coming on here. You can actually be happy, Dan.
Ryan, I put on my Twitter this morning, I thought, you know what? I'm ready. And I put on my Twitter this morning, I said, we probably need 9 points to stay up if it goes our way. If we win 1 game, we only need to win 2 games. Let's start to be positive. We might need more, we don't know. But the thing is, what I said to a lot of people on my Twitter is, like, if we are in the Championship, we'd do anything to get back to the Premier League. We're still in the Premier League, so we need to just get behind them with these last games. I believe that we could do it, but I tell you something, do you know, with Everton, we've not seen a reaction. Like, we got beat by Burnley, and I felt like the players today played like they was frustrated that we got beat by Burnley, because Godfrey was amazing. And they wasn't scared. They wanted to prove themselves today, and for a long time, they haven't wanted to prove themselves.
Yeah,
and
it was almost
every player looked like they had a point to prove, and that hasn't been what the players. We've asked that for a long time, and they all wanted to prove something.
The players were gutted. You know, they're on their knees at the final whistle midweek against Burnley, with Everton defeated 3-2, in case you don't catch the result, but I'm sure you did if you're watching this channel. But Everton were 2-1 up, didn't manage the game well, and the players were gutted, and the fans were just distraught. I mean, we were all flat as a pancake after that game. But today, Everton coming out, and those players that you singled out, Dan, I mean, they didn't show the nerves. And this is something that was picked up on commentary as well, is they didn't have the nerves. So what's happened in the last 48 hours that goes from such a dreadful game management performance against Burnley, where we had chances to win, didn't see the game out, and let a goal in. We're poor defensively again. To this confident, risk-free attitude, 2 players going for every tackle. What is it that changes in those 2 games? Is that Frank? Is that players realising that they're better than this?
Do you know what I think it is personally? I think it's because after that Burnley game, it's the first game where it felt like we are down. Everyone was gutted. And Frank Lampard kept saying, we've still got games. We're not down. We're not down. We've still got games. But I felt like even the players after that Burnley game did think we was down. And this time, the first time Everton have come out and they've played like they're in a relegation battle.
Very good point, Dan. Basil, can you hear us okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Basil, you're in the pink hot seat there with the hat on.
With that big smile. Look at that big smile.
Yeah, everyone's smile can't be wiped off.
Tell me Everton have won without telling me Everton have won. Look at that smile.
Do you think, Basil, just picking up on Dan's comment there, and there's literally dozens of comments coming through, and we'll be reading them all out. But do you think, picking up on Dan's comment, that this is almost a reverse psychology? Because I've spent the last 72 hours on forums and talking to fans, everyone being very miserable and down about this. Lots of headaches and everyone feeling, like they can't sleep at night and stuff like that, starting to affect. But do you think the fact that Everton had almost got to a stage where the club, the stewards, you can hear these messages, it's all coming through BBC, that the stewards are talking on the radio saying, hope we don't go down, that we'd almost resigned to the fact we might go down. And then that's a reverse psychology, the pressure's off. Like, we might go down now, so we better actually sort it out.
It shouldn't take that though, should it? It shouldn't leave it till this point before we start putting in some fight.
No, but
we've played United in years gone by.
You're a university student and a graduate as well. You know full well that if I give you a piece of work to do, you'll work on it until at the very end of the deadline. What it is it's almost like Everton have left it to the last stage to put in the performances that we should have put in. 8 or 10 games ago, we should have been making these performances. We have only picked up 9 points since the 1st of January. It is the 9th of April. It's Grand National Day. We picked up only 9 points, including today's win. It's scandalous. And it's daylight robbery as an Everton fan because they're taking our sleep away. But they should have been putting these performances in a long time ago. But it's almost like the fact that we've got to this relegation battle that we've now got something to play. It's like a mini cup final against ourselves.
Well, we'll see Burnley play against Norwich away on tomorrow, and we'll see. Actually, they'll probably win, and the pressure putting back on us will probably help to motivate us because we seem to lack all motivation when we're not under this sort of increased scrutiny.
You're absolutely right. It's almost like that they only play well if it's a really, really big game against the top sides. And there's a meaningful reason why we've got to win that game.
But hasn't it been like that in seasons gone by where we've only fought in the games against the top sides and when the sort of lower teams come to good us and we've struggled to pick up a result, we've had to scrap away to get anything out of the game and we've lost against the likes of Wolves and Burnley and
we love a big name.
Yeah, the atmosphere is up when we play United. It's arguably
do you think the fact that we're not? Do you remember the Neville tackle on Ronaldo and a lot was made of that as a turning point for Neville and for Everton, his captaincy in Everton and Everton's season that year. Do you think the fact Ronaldo was in the starting lineup meant that Everton took this game a bit more seriously? Like I can see the headlines. It's Grand National Day. Ronaldo's in the side. The sun is shining. It's a Saturday morning. Do you think those factors actually played in the players' mind?
Well, I don't know. I think the right tactics certainly helped, and I think bolstering up the midfield with both Delph, who was instrumental, and Alan's. He just nicks at the players, and Alan knew he could go in and press and go in for the tackle, and he'd still have Delph behind him.
100%.
So, I thought that worked really well. And personally, Iwobi in the 3 games, I know he's made mistakes, but I think that's the best position I've seen him play for us because he lacks the pace to play on the wing and he can't cross. But he does have a bit of strength. He can dribble and he can pass. So I think in that midfield role, he can work hard there.
I think he had a rocket up his arse today, Iwobi, though. He was absolutely everywhere, wasn't he? He had energy.
Do you think, Dan, that the crowd really gave Everton that extra 5%?
The thing is, let's not beat around the bush. The big thing, the reason that Everton was better today was because Delph come into the squad and Allen played as well. If your centre midfield is good, it makes everything good around it, and that's what happened. Delph,
I agree with the spine of the side, but I think Jason's right. Mikolenko was better today.
Yeah, everyone was better around him. That's what you need. We've lacked character. So many commentators have said it. When you're in this relegation battle, you need character. And Delph, some of us don't like him, but he is a big character, and he gets on the pitch and he talks and he fights and he tells me what to do. And the same with Allen as well. Allen's the same
we do
as
like
well.
to hear from fans of other We do like to hear from fans of other clubs, and we have invited a Manchester United fan onto this and hasn't accepted the invitation. But a West Ham fan, of course, it was only a week ago when we beat West Ham, and obviously we've got the Moyes connection. So we do like to hear. We're not completely, as long as you're not following the red side and dishing us off. But Danielle says, a West Ham fan, you made my weekend. My new fans are crying in their own arrogance. Well, I think Manchester United will have a lot to say about this performance, but quite frankly, we don't care about them right now. We are caring about the Blues, who've defeated Man United by 1-0. If you just joined us, you just got back from Goodison Park, we still want to hear from you. We've got Basil, we've got Dan, we've got literally an empty, now I've got the evidence, an empty box of Kleenex tissues with the raw emotion, the candid that has come out of this game has been outpouring. We've got a pink hat, it's only, and we weren't completely bananas with this game. I mean, Everton to come out from this, there weren't that many people thinking we were going to get the 3 points and a clean sheet. But they've done us proud. The performance was superb. So we want to hear from you. We want to know what you thought today and what does that mean for Everton's relegation battle. Like, comment, and subscribe. We've had over 1,000 now, 1,000 subscribers. And you know what? We've been running the channel, and with the exception of the Anfield win, when we had a similar outpouring of emotion, because we haven't done it since Kevin Campbell's 99 goal. This really is the probably the highlight of this channel. Would you say that, Ryan? Can't hear you, Ryan. I'm saying apart from the Anfield 2-0 victory, this was Everton's probably the best win that we've had since we launched the channel.
Arsenal at home was quite a good one because that was last minute and we were kind of down and out.
Yeah. And wasn't that a vital win? And that's one of very few points Everton have picked up since December.
Well, it's a terrific performance. Fantastic. My boy Frankie, my nephew Frankie, fantastic, terrific player. But Everton in the transfer window really stepped things up. Get some top terrific players in. Nico, Crenshaw, Defoe, Crouchy, any of them. Get them in the squad. Get Everton up in the league for next season.
I don't know whether this is true. I haven't got time to check what's going on here, but we have to rely on the honesty of Evertonians. If this is the latest score, then that can't be too bad. We've got Dave Weston here. Says,
yay!
Wednesday we should
Right,
Dave, sorry it's taken a while to get you on. Obviously, we've had loads more comments. I mean, usually we get more people involved when we lose, which happens every week. But today we have won. Yes, I repeat, we've won. He basically says that we should have brought Delph on to bring calmness to the team. Delph, he's played in the City game, but when he's played in the past, he's not set the world alight. And I think people have felt that he wasn't fully fit. But today, he got man of the match. He was outstanding, Ryan.
Delph obviously brought a level of experience and calmness. And I said to Warren, who sits next to me, I said, he just read where to be, the right positions at the right time, dropping into the box as well to win headers. And just... yeah, as we touched on before, he was superb in there. Just hope he can stay fit.
Ryan,
do you know when
Richarlison balanced the ball on his head for about 10 seconds, like a Ronaldinho trick? What was the fans like then? Because that was incredible. Literally, his proper Ronaldinho Brazilian style ball on his head.
They loved it. We loved it, but we think a lot of fans will be thinking, "Why are you doing that in the game?" But
You know, he was in full control today, really.
Because
And
he's Brazilian.
And he cost 50 million.
Because he's Brazilian and he only cost 50 million, and we think he's fucking brilliant.
I think with Richarlison, I was fearing that, you know, Richarlison playing those 3 games, having to do a hell of a lot of, he's carrying it, you know, he's the star player in the team. He's having to carry a lot of weight on his shoulders because DCL is not really fully fit. He's not firing on all cylinders right now. 3 games in a week, scored 2 goals. He put a shift in today, offensively and defensively. You know, it's great that we can rest players now for 11 days, that we got the win now. It feels like a bit of an international break of some description. But why is it that when we get this win, that we're not going to get the momentum to carry it in for another week and a half?
It's a shame, but
is that good or bad? Do you think that we just need to regroup now that we've got the win?
Do you know what, though?
Sit on a win.
Do you know what you say about momentum? I actually think we had the work rate in the West Ham game and the Burnley game. We just made mistakes. I think we are getting better. We just need to cut out the mistakes. And today we didn't make the mistakes. I think we are Lampard is starting to get a bit more of a regular tune out of the players. That's what I think personally.
Some fans already looking ahead to the derby. It's our next away game.
I said we're going to do well the derby. I tell you, you watch. I'm ready for this derby. I tell you, Rocky style, ready for the derby.
What would you do, Dan, if today you've got all the adrenaline and that you could sell in the bottle? What would you do if we beat Liverpool and wreck their title bid? What is your pledge? Will you get one of those pink hats and wear it throughout the whole of the broadcast?
He's going to go dressed as Borat.
Pink undies with Everton on.
Pink mankini.
Yeah.
Pink mankini.
We've got a pledge here from Dan. If Everton beat Liverpool at Anfield, wrecking their title challenge and sparing us into survival, he will wear a pink mankini. We've got more comments coming in. So many comments that I can't even keep up. I don't know who's got control of the wheel here, but obviously we're cycling through them. And it's beyond my control.
Do you know what? I can't calm down. Deep breaths. I can't calm down. That was amazing. Was under that pressure to beat Man United with Ronaldo and all that lot in the team. What a result. I literally can't calm down. It's not good for my health, this. I'm going to have to go for a run.
It's not good. I wasn't good this morning. I think there's sleepless nights all around for Everton fans. I am going to get some more boxes of tissues, but if we've got more performances like that, then we should be having a really strong. We should have a strong chance that we're not going to leave it till the last day to try and get a 3 points at Arsenal.
Normal, please.
I think that is a big fear of mine, is that we have to go to Arsenal and get 3 points or rely on other victories. And I think today just take the pressure off, but we can't let this cloud the fact that it's still a very, very difficult time now. We've got to win against some of the better teams in the league, and we've got 8 games to go. We have a game in hand on Leeds, I think, but we've played one more than Burnley.
How many games do we need to win now before the end of the season, Daniel?
I honestly think, do you know what? Like I said to you earlier on, I think that 9 points will keep us up, but I feel like we need to get more just in case. But I do feel like it will be 9 points, but a lot of people are saying we need more. But the thing is, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool and Arsenal, they're all bonus games. And we've won one of them already now. Obviously, the big 2 games are Watford and Brentford. But if we start to beat the bigger teams, it takes pressure off those 2 games, because we've realised you play the weaker teams at the bottom. As we realised, Burnley, it's going to be a hard game still. So at least if we can get wins like this, it takes a bit of pressure off, because you don't want to have to win games towards the end of the like against Arsenal. We don't want to come against Arsenal and have to win to stay up. So hopefully we start playing well now and get some regular performances and good regular performances.
Is it still between us and Burnley? Because if so, then that's obviously we need a Watford draw there, really.
We need a draw in these other games between relegation. I can't even believe we're having to say this after winning 4 out of the first 6 games. After the fact that we are in a full-on relegation battle, there's no 2 ways about that, of course. We need to make sure that other teams draw because that drops points overall.
So I just read the comment there, boy. Thank you for this channel, giving us a voice. Love it. I was getting slated on the last channel because I was being positive. Everyone's saying I was high. Well, I'm bloody high now. You know what I mean? We just beat Man United.
I don't think.
Dan, I'm just gonna get you on the wins, mate. Then you can just do your thing.
Yeah,
I've got enough depressing
mate.
people to put. We've got enough depressing people.
I won't lie.
To do the defeats.
I normally go to bed around about 9 on a Saturday, and the reason is such that I just feel so flat, depressed that I have nothing to do. I just want to escape.
I can't sit down. I got too much energy. Sitting down is not good for you.
We'll do the rest of it standing now.
Yeah, stand up, mate. Come on, Everton. Everton. Come on.
I love it.
So,
let's get that energy out. Come on. Here we go.
He's gonna do it.
That's better. Oh my days, we're amazing. We are amazing.
I wouldn't go that far, Dan, but I would say that performance-wise, this has to be up there with one of the best Goodison performances against Man U over the years.
To beat Man United under that pressure is amazing.
Yeah, it's up there with the other wins that we've had for me in terms of, and they've often been 1-0. But
hey, at least he loves me. Bit crank, but he loves me.
But we're made up here. We're so glad that your comments are coming in. And that we're over 1,000 subscription. But what happens next is we need to get to 5,000. It's a big target for us, but we need to get to 5,000 subs. Now, from 1,000 to 5,000, it should actually be easier than from 0 to 1,000. But it's going to take your effort, so spread the word. If each and every one of you can get your mates, your uncles, your aunties, your dogs, your cats, anyone to subscribe. Now you're in a fantastic mood and you just want to talk and you want to hi. Get them on the channel, get them subscribing, because all right, maybe not 5,000.
Hit that subscribe button, dog.
We can get
dogs
up
and
to
cats
that.
and get them to subscribe.
You know, we've got a mix.
See you later, guys.
Really, really great, passionate Everton subscribers, and it's you that help make this channel what it is. And if you want to get more involved, please let us know. Contact us via Follow Everton. We normally would go through the players and we would single out the players that played awful at this point and slate them forever. But with the exception of
Ryan, your pink nails match your hat.
I know.
Just seen your pink nails match your hat.
Time to go, I think.
Yeah.
Buzzy.
I think everyone's going now.
I'm going to do a separate.
Ryan, can I leave you to give their player ratings with?
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Stephen.
So thanks very much for Ryan. Thanks, Dan. Thanks to anyone who has contributed. If we didn't get around to your comments, we apologise, but we will get to you next time, of course. We will look at the comments and possibly read them out on our future channels. From me, Steve, and from Dan and Ryan, obviously Ryan has just come out of the game. We wish you a good weekend for once. We hope that obviously Manchester do the business tomorrow. Enjoy Everton. Enjoy the holidays, and we'll see you for the next game against Leicester. And of course.